In this video, I will be walking you through the steps of getting your digitally downloaded poster print actually printed. Step number 1, finding your download. After successfully having purchased your digital download on Etsy, it is safe to assume that you've received the confirmation through the mail. Now, in that email, you can find the link that you need to be able to download your digital download. If you don't have that, you can also log into your Etsy account on your desktop. This is very important because the app, for some reason, doesn't allow this option. Log into your Etsy account and look for the purchases and reviews section. And that's where you can find the download link for your digital download. Now with the file ready, let's get to step 2, which is actually printing the poster. Now there are 2 options for getting this done. Option number 1, find your local print shop and call them. Explain them that you have a file that you want printed for a poster. And with that information, they should know exactly what you need. They may come at you with some questions to define certain taste-related preferences for the paper. But anyway, they will be guiding you through the entire process and have it printed. Option number 2, having it printed online. There's a lot of online web shops that allow you to upload a file to them and they'll have it printed and then send it to your home. For example, Vistaprint, which is also actually available in a lot of locations on this world. So for the sake of this demonstration, I'll be using them as an example. A lot of these print shops, again, have in common that they present you with some options. First, start by looking at some along the lines of poster printing. Based on that preference, they'll automatically narrow the options down to what you need. Now there's 2 things that you're going to come across: paper width and paper finish. Now the latter being the one that has a lot of subjective things to it. Finishes like matte, finishes like gloss. Those definitions should be pretty easy to comprehend, so I'm not going to into that. The paper weight, that is something that has some variables to it. In most cases, you're going to find the weight to be displayed as grams or GSM. GSM standing for grams per square meter. Now, ideally for a poster, you're going to find that ranging from 135 grams up to 250. 135 grams being a very flimsy and vulnerable and lightweight type of paper with not a lot of thickness to it. And 250 has a bit more premium feel to it, but is at a thickness that is pretty difficult to roll up, for example. Our posters, for example, are printed at 250 grams. We had a batch of 135 grams that we find too flimsy, had little dents on it very easily when you were handling the paper for shipping. So we switched over to 250 grams. And that actually is a bit too difficult to roll up for our specific purposes. We have to ship them around the world. For us specifically, our next batches will be printed in 180. I'd say that being the ideal weight of the premium feel that 250 grams has, and overall more durable paper, where 135, for example, is too flimsy, too light, and may feel a bit cheap. And with that information provided, you should have everything you need. And that basically concludes this video. Should you have any questions, do not hesitate to leave a comment. And yeah, happy printing.